Shalom, everyone. This is Rabbi Allen, and we are going to continue this week on our series of videos of Yeshua in the Torah. And as we are looking at Yeshua in every individual Torah portion. And so this week, before I start, I want to do a shameless plug, and then we'll get to our portion this morning. This morning's portion is Va'era, and I appeared. From Exodus 6:2 through 9:35, and the corresponding Haftarah portion is from Ezekiel 28:25 through 29:21. So now for the shameless plug. As I mentioned last week, my new book has just come out a week or two ago, and it is The Hidden Secrets of the Passover Haggadah. And it's available on Amazon in both Kindle and in hardcover edition or softcover edition. And after you've seen my video, I will remind you that there's a link all the way down under the description. If you keep scrolling down, hopefully we have a link on there, and you can go to Amazon, and then you can actually look inside the book, and you can read some sample pages from it. Okay, so let's get to our Torah portion today, Va'era. This week we are looking at the elements of Passover, believe it or not. It's amazing how God really puts these things together. My new book just came out, and it's about the Haggadah. And now in our Torah portion, we are going to be starting to look at some of the elements in the Passover Seder. And so in this portion, Adonai assures Moses that he hears the groaning of the children of Israel. And he assures Moses that he's going to make good on the covenant that God promised with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So, in the Passover, we have 4 cups of wine. And they're based on the book of Exodus, actually, Exodus chapter 6, verses 6 and 7. And based on those, what we call the 4 I wills that God promised to the children of Israel, we have these 4 cups of wine every year at the Passover Seder. So let me read these 4 I wills directly from the Torah. God says, therefore, say to the children of Israel, I am Adonai. Number 1, I will bring you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians. Number 2, I will rescue you from their bondage. Number 3, I will redeem you with an outstretched arm. And number 4, I will take you as my people, and I will be your God. So these are 4 wonderful promises that God gives to the children of Israel. And so I want to zero in about the 3rd I wills, which would be the 3rd cup of wine that we drink every year at the Passover Seder. And that 3rd cup where God says, I will redeem you with an outstretched arm. Redemption always has something to do with redemption from slavery. And so he was redeeming them from the slavery. And so every year we remember how God redeemed us and God's promise of redemption, redeeming us. And that 3rd cup is called the cup of redemption. Redemption is actually a very important element in the work of Messiah. Messiah came to redeem us from the slavery of sin. And so Yeshua said that his death would be something to give life as a ransom to the people for our sins. And so every year in Messianic Judaism, certainly when we pick up that 3rd cup, the cup of redemption, towards the end of the Passover Seder, as written in the Haggadah, we remember of the redemption that Yeshua gave to us through the shedding of his blood. You see, his last supper was actually a Passover Seder. And so we read in the book of Matthew that when Yeshua was at his Passover Seder with his disciples, he surprised these Jewish men by standing up at a certain point in the Seder when they had come to the third cup of wine, the cup of redemption, and he stood and he lifted the cup of red wine and he said, "This cup is the blood of the new covenant. It represents my shed blood for the redemption of sin." And so as God, thousands and thousands of years ago, set things in order by redeeming Israel from Egypt, to be a foreshadowing of a special event that would come just before Messiah Yeshua would be slain and his blood would be shed. And so, this is something that certainly in Messianic Judaism, we all know about that connection of the Last Supper and Yeshua's Seder. But I just want you to know that in my book, there are a lot of wonderful little nuggets about things of the Passover Haggadah that people have not even thought about. When I was writing the book, I realized there has never been a book on this subject before, looking at the traditional Passover Haggadah and showing God's wonderful plan of redemption through all of the elements throughout the Passover Haggadah that we read each and every year in every Jewish home, literally around the world. So that's it for this week. If you like this video, please share it with friends. You can go above and cut and paste the link and send it to friends. Or if you saw this originally on Facebook, you can share this on your Facebook page, on your profile page, and all of your friends and family will see this video. It will be a great thing. If you like it, if you like the video, you can give it a thumbs up. There's a link down below that you can click on that thumbs up and show people that you like this video. You can subscribe to this channel. The channel is Rabbi on the Fly. Down below, there's a subscribe button. You can push that and subscribe it, and you'll get access to all of my videos that I've done. I think this is video number 36 of the series of Yeshua in the Torah. And once again, a reminder, if you want to look at my book or possibly purchase it, there should be a link down below past the description of this week's portion. And you can click on that Amazon link and it'll take you right to Amazon. So until next week, this is Rabbi Allen, and I am bidding you shalom, shalom,